Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
As if spring break chaos wasn't enough in Las Vegas, welcome to snowy Las Vegas. What is going on, Brigade? I'm guessing where you are, it's not snowing. Where Dave and I are. Welcome into a Thursday episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, Matt Perrault. We are going to be all in on college hoops today. Games going on across the country, live updates, in-game betting opportunities, games tonight that will break down. NBA, decent games. NHL, oh my gosh, gigantic slate of hockey games. We'll get into all of it coming up here today. Happy Thursday, Dave. You were out in the weather this morning. How are you and how are you feeling post-walk?
I'm freezing. I'm cold. Listen, I called you soft because you were whining a little bit about the cold. 38 degrees this morning when I woke up. It was like 38. Then I let the dog outside and that wind was howling. That canopy I got over the gazebo, gone. It's all shredded up, torn up, and blowing. Then I clicked my phone to see how cold it was, and it said snows forecast. I said, okay, it's got to be, I must be on the Pittsburgh page. And I slide, there was no slide. It said current location, Las Vegas, snow forecasted. And then what? So that threw me off a little bit. But, you know, you could be like Gio, our friend Gio DeWap and his boy JR out in, you know, Newport and Orange County. Pickleball's canceled today for high winds. So, you know, their punishment today is they got to sit in the joint with the games on the TV, on one TV, and us on the other. So everybody in the chat, give Gio DeWap and JR a little shout out, say hello, because, you know, they got to stay in and watch basketball today. How bad is that?
Yeah, we got a lot going on. The Big East tournament's going on. The Big 12 tournament's going on. The ACC tournament's going on. The Big 10 tournament's going on. So we've got St. John's and Seton Hall. We got Maryland, Wisconsin, and other games that we will break down. If we are not going to get to a game you're curious about, this is where super chats come in. You guys can go ahead and leave a super chat. We'll get to it during bonus time. We'll break down whatever game, whatever pick play you may be interested in having us do that. If you're watching on YouTube, this is only a YouTube thing. This is not a Twitter X thing, but there's a button at the bottom left-hand corner. Hit it. Say, guys, can you please break down whatever game you want us to break down? We'll do our best to give you a thought pick or play on the game coming up. We are officially 1 week away from Resorts World.
Yes.
This is one of the hats.
You got the white one on. I'll put the black one on. We'll put them on together.
This is one of the hats we will have available for the event happening at Resorts World.
Man, you got that bill broken in. You look like you got that hat for a year. You just got that thing delivered yesterday.
It's wow. So here's
That's
one
like a pro move there. You got that roll down nice.
Yeah. It's my first rodeo. Here's one quick thing, okay, on all of this. If you are looking for the hats, you can email this and we'll give you information about what's going on with sports with Resorts World for the live broadcast 1 week from today, Thursday and Friday with the Brigade. Can't wait to see all you guys at Resorts World. AskTheBVB@gmail.com. But don't DM me about the hats. Okay.
Text the hats.
Text this number,
please,
if you're interested, because Dave is going to be the one to respond to you pretty quickly on this, tell you what's going to go on. Here's how it's going to go. Got at least 2 people yesterday said, "Hey, Matt, can I get a hat?" Great. Text this number. This is not what I am doing. This is Dave's handling this. So texting me, I'm just going to push you to this number, 702-570-8255, 702-570-TALK is the text line. That's the Brigade proxy text line. So put that in your phone, text it, do the whole little like make new contact thing on your phone, and put Brigade Proxy Service. And then you guys can communicate with us when it's proxy service sign up time for the contest, either Westgate or Circa. That's how you get in touch with us for the Brigade Proxy Service. So, but for using this for the hats for the live show, which is amazingly only 1 week away from today, which is stupid if you ask me on all that. And here we go with the text message.
We go.
Here
right
we go.
away. Let's get
Ding,
some
ding,
hats. This is perfect. This is what we need. We can't do it right now, though, while we're doing the show. So you can text that number, and we got other people that watch that. So, like, I made it. You may not get it right away, but it's definitely no calls. Thank you, Chef B. It's just a text line. But
yes.
By the
way,
we're working on it. And I got a request for the royal blue. They said, now when you see this hat, all right, what do you think of? What team? What red, white, and blue like that? What do you think of? What's your first up? Put it in the chat. When you guys see it, put it in the chat.
It's such a unique blue. That's the problem with that blue.
You don't think that's like Dodger blue or Royal blue? No, it's not Dodger blue.
It's not Royal blue. It's not Dodger
Royal blue.
It's not the Royals. The Royals.
No, not KC Royals. Not JC from KC Royals. No.
What Royal? No. I mean, Royal. Whose colors are Royal blue?
So
like that?
The Dodger guys, because they have that red
light.
number.
I mean, it's too dark.
They like it.
I know it's too dark for a Dodger.
Oh,
blue.
This actually matches the Dodger blue when I wear the jersey. This is pretty close to it.
Okay, looks too dark.
But football wise, what is this hat?
Football wise,
yeah. Think.
Football.
The team that used to have Saquon Barkley.
That does not look like what?
The Giants.
Giants? Kind of.
We got a huge contingent of people.
No, Giants blue is deeper than that. It's a deeper blue than that.
They said this is the Giants. We got Mr. John Dabalina. Mr. John Dabalina. He's already requested one of those. We got George. Expos is great.
Yes.
Good call,
yes.
SoCal DJ.
Yes, I see that. I don't see the Bills. It's too.
The Bills have been. They've been. This will match the Bills stuff, no question. But it's this New Jersey contingent.
Oilers.
New Jersey people have really stepped up with these hats. I can't believe how many people are coming in the show from New Jersey. So we'll do that roll call Friday tomorrow. But so far the New Jersey contingent, they said, "Give me the Giants hat, G-Men," and I'm like, "G-Men." I don't see it.
What do you make? Speaking of the snow, by the way, do you want? People are happy about the snow, saying it's going to be a shorter summer here.
What? Really?
I want heat. I don't want cold.
What does one have to do with the other?
Because the deeper we go into March with snow, the less likely it is that we're going to have, April through August, September with 100-degree temperatures. I like heat.
We did that show last year at Circa in June.
Yep.
And we had San Diego cloud cover.
We did.
Without the ocean.
We did.
It was in the 70s at night in June. If we got to be cold and snowing in March to get us to June and keep it in the 70s and not 100-degree day, listen, bundle up. Let's go.
Right.
I'm in for that.
Absolutely.
Sign me up.
Okay, score updates throughout the day. All right, so Tulsa is up by 1 on East Carolina, 72-71. That game is a really good game coming down the stretch. In the Big 12 tournament, Texas Tech is completely hammering BYU. I took BYU, laid the 2 points. That was a bad first bet out of me. 72-57, easy win for Texas Tech with 2 to play in the game. Mississippi State is up 52-43 on LSU in the SEC tournament. That's interesting. You can get LSU at plus 8.5. The number closed with the Bulldogs -5. So a little good start there. It's 8 to play in the second half of that game. Low scoring game in the SEC. Bowling Green and Central Michigan. It's 28-26 in the MAC. VCU is up by 6 on UMass, my alma mater. That number closed at 2. It's now -6.5 for VCU against UMass. Just underway, Pitt and Wake Forest in the ACC. Wisconsin's up 15-7 on Maryland in the Big Ten. We'll get to those games. We'll watch and follow along as we go here. North Carolina already completely smoked Florida State today. So they have advanced.
What an easy dub that was.
Not even no resistance whatsoever in that game. That was somewhat, it wasn't stunning, but the number was 11.5. And there was never really a question there. UConn, huge win today over Xavier. They were actually in that game. Xavier was at halftime.
For a little while, yeah.
And then second half blown out, 87-60, the final score. UConn wins and UConn covers there. So the next ranked team to play will start at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time here in 15 minutes. TCU and Houston. I'll ask you this question. I'm on the under 137 in this game today for TCU Houston. TCU Houston under 137.5 is what I bet. Better to book it right out of the gate.
It just started.
What?
It just started.
Yes.
No, I'm just scrolling through. Okay, so you got TCU and Houston. What's the number you got?
137.5 under.
Bet it. I think bet it.
Could be a blowout. I mean, TCU might get torched here. Houston is sitting back. TCU played last night and they won, but I think there's an opportunity here, a big opportunity here.
TCU had a pretty
Houston.
good game last night too.
They did, yep. But Houston's a different animal, and legs won't be a problem. They didn't play. They're fresh.
Have you been in a book yet this week for any of this madness?
No.
So after I did the thing outside, I went down and I saw a group of guys that I know and hang out with. These are super OGs.
Right.
They want to be
book?
referred to as the ex-presidents, just like Point Break.
Right.
So we got Reagan and we got Nixon and we got Clinton, and they were busy working. I mean, they had it all out. And I walked in and it was like, the line was up the middle because there's only 2 people working because the books are saving money this week because everybody's working overtime next week. But they had all their apps open and they looked up and they said, who do you like in the tournament? And I was like, the whole thing? I said, I don't know. I really like North Carolina. And they said, yeah, we got them today. We're playing them in game. They were laying 18. It didn't matter. They were playing them in game. But they said to tell you that their Big 12 team is Iowa State. They like Iowa State.
Look, I'm as big of
things.
I'm as big of a TJ Otzelberger fan as there is. Okay. TJ is a dear friend. I know his wife. I know his kids. Madeline has played with his kids. I've gone over to his house multiple times when he was here at UNLV. I would love nothing more than to watch Iowa State go and TJ to go to the Final Four. Their offense is a major concern. Defensively, they can play with anybody in college basketball, but over the last month, their offense has gone completely silent. And TJ talked about it yesterday at the Big 12 tournament about things they're trying to do to generate offense and trying to create more offensive opportunities. But in the big dance, if you play defense, you can absorb a really bad offensive night and just survive and advance. And it's not about winning by 30, it's winning by 1. So I think Iowa State has a legitimate chance. Yes. I mean, what's their future price right now? You can get them, let's see, Iowa State, you can get 30-1 at FanDuel.
What is it?
30-1 on Iowa State.
Yeah, they said to mention that to you. They know
I love
you
it.
like the Big 12. And I said, yeah, all right, that's good. Look at this sheet, by the way. This is a work of art. These guys that do the sheets, every game is on there, front and back, organized with the conference tournament, where it's at, what round. It's this Big Ten conference, Minneapolis, Minnesota, second round. And you can find the games by conference. I still like the paper, boys and girls. Still like to look at it, hold it. You see the opening numbers. Your opening number on that game you just asked was 138. So on this sheet anyway.
Yeah, it's 136 now before it tips off.
It's getting ready to go right now, right?
Yeah, it's 136.5, actually. Sorry, 136.5. Circa's at 136.5. Superbook, Caesars, 136 offshore.
Oh, they just moved. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So we're dropping it down. So I'm on the under 137.5.
Got it.
For Houston. St. John's is down 1 to Seton Hall. That's an awesome game at the Garden right now. A lot of fans in the building, a lot of energy in the building. When you get 2 teams from that part of the country playing an MSG in a tournament setting, it's pretty cool. So that's a game I've got my eye on for sure. Wisconsin's up 10 on Maryland, 23-13. And Tech is just laying it on BYU. It's 76-61. So, BYU and Creighton, okay? These are 2 teams that can literally shoot anyone off the court and they can shoot themselves out of any game. They went 3 for 16 in the first half from behind the arc. See ya.
That's like you can't survive that, right?
Well, the one thing Creighton has is Kalkbrenner. So the difference why the Jays
Right.
could somehow survive is they have a 7-1 in the middle who can score and run the floor. BYU does not. Both their bigs are huge Samoan dudes that don't run the floor very well. So that's the problem for BYU is that they're the second most dependent team behind the arc in the country. So when you go to fill out your bracket with BYU, be careful because yes, they can beat anybody, but they could lose to anybody if they hit a defensive-minded team like Texas Tech who can get out on shooters and make it difficult for them. BYU today couldn't find an open look after last night. They couldn't miss. I think they went 8 for 12 from behind the arc in the first half yesterday. Yeah. So like just a tale of two different deals. So, it's
I haven't filled out a bracket in a long time.
7 for 33. Oh my God.
But when you get a team like that and you're actually like looking at filling out a bracket, some people might actually still do it. I don't know. We're actually going to talk later today, me and you, about doing something, maybe get some people involved in a BVB brigade contest for this thing or something like that. If you guys would be interested in that, that'll be something fun. But team like BYU, if you pick them to win a first game, you pick them to win a second game, right? Because they stay at the same venue, they get hot, they stay hot. But if you don't think that that's possible, you can't pick them to win one game.
Right.
Because it doesn't go. Like they're either winning and then they probably win again, or they ain't winning. Gio keeps sending me movies. Gio, what are you sending me right now?
It was an unbelievable game last night for them. I faded BYU yesterday. That burned me. They couldn't miss. I bet on BYU today. They can't hit. It's just the way that this tournament has been going for me betting wise. But I don't trust BYU at all. I trust Creighton way more than I trust BYU, but they're very similar in terms of how dependent they are on shooting 3-point shots. All right.
Our views are going up right now. Gio got the whole bar watching it.
Let's
Gio
go.
And JR, he's sending me pictures of the whole bar. Everybody's on their phones watching it together, going like this. So
spurring off,
Gio, JR.
So spurring off of our conversation yesterday from Chicago, talking about Chicago, our guy, Chris Latruda from SportsHandle put this out yesterday or
How
today.
About this?
The OverUnder Bar in Chicago looking to go plus size. 2 years after opening on the north side of the city, Ed Berry has expansion on his mind. I read the article, but I'm curious before we get to Chris, what jumped off the page to you, off the screen to you when it came to this bar?
The ambassador jobs. The ambassador jobs. Because we used to have ambassadors in the book.
But they're in-house. They're in-house ambassadors.
That's what we had.
Well, ours went to other books as a white labeled company.
So this is the irony in all of this is that we did all this at CG. We did all this at the M. We had in-house ambassadors that would walk around and try to sign people up and explain how to use the app and all this other stuff. Then it graduated to us doing this show.
Right.
With a company as a partner, sideshow, whatever it was, that was helping us get funded and help us launch and gave us this wonderful logo and everything else. But they had people going into books to be ambassadors to sign people up. So I read the story and I quote tweeted it and I responded to the original tweet, and a bunch of the people in this space that we know responded with, "There's my new future career path. I'm going to be an ambassador. Wait, how much does that gig pay? Because I can do it tomorrow," and all these other things. And that was the first thing that came up to me, because we've done this before. And I want to ask Chris about why this is going to be different. And is that Chris right now?
Chris on the show right now. Chris Latruda from SportsHandle and US Bets joining us. Chris, I'm hoping I'm saying your last name right. How are you? Welcome to BVB.
You're doing well with it, and appreciate you letting me be on with you guys.
Chris, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
We're talking about this bar in this article that you wrote. Have you been in this joint?
Yes, I've been in there at least 3 times, possibly as many as 5 or 6 times over the past.
Is it like a Vegas sports book? Or like, paint a picture for the people, and we'll refer them to the article and all this other. But you were there. Tell us what it's like.
It's a little bit of yes and no. No, in the sense that there is not an over large board of odds.
Okay.
Yes, in the sense it is technology intensive, that there's a bunch of television screens that have both games going on, and there's a dedicated group of screens that post live odds.
Oh.
And in this case, because Ed is a FanDuel affiliate, it's FanDuel odds. So they rotate through the screens, and then there's a thing that explains the sign up with the QR code that the betting ambassador can come help the person with. And the other thing is, and this to me was the bigger thing, is that Ed's thing is big on technology, and he's able to pretty much at the drop of a hat on his phone, switch a game on a screen so that the betting ambassador who's in control of that screen, when he goes to other places, can pull up the screen with the game that the person is debating. And as you walk through the sign-up process, then walk through the advice of what do you want to bet on? Here's some statistical information on the game, and goes that way.
Wow. Okay. So that's a full-time job, like at a place like Circa with all those screens. They call that, I forget the media retention. I forget what it's called, but it's a full-time job. Trying to figure out which screens go with which. So this person, the ambassador, can control that screen, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
what he does in his location primarily is set up the day's events, and then as he needs to, he can do it. What he wants to do is send the ambassadors out externally to other bars around the city and essentially retrofit them based on the number of screens they have. That he'll set up the game menu. He'll set up the odds menu on a different set of screens, and then that ambassador has the control of that thing, taking the bar manager out of the equation.
Whoa!
And do their job, so the ambassador can do his or her job.
Okay.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm curious. Where's the stat lines coming from? Like, who are they pulling the information from to give to the consumer?
So the ambassador's job is to one, have that knowledge readily available. So to them, they're working however they do their sourcing for information. Their odds are provided by FanDuel.
So I sit down at a bar.
Right.
I game's on. I order my food. I order my drink. Some person's going to walk up to me and say, "Can I help you find things to bet?"
No. The person asks for help.
Okay.
The biggest thing, one of the things he told me is that the ambassador does not tell you who to bet. It's mainly to provide information that helps you decide how you want to bet.
Interesting. And then use a FanDuel promo code to go download the FanDuel app.
If you don't have it already, yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So if you have it already,
Yeah.
they don't get the kickback for getting the account.
They don't get that, but what the other half of the equation is what he's done is he's essentially gamified the process where you do make these wagers, and he's cleared it with FanDuel Legal and all that stuff, is that you get a raffle ticket for X amount of dollars you wager.
So brilliant.
And you win that, then you get a portion of that back towards your deposit that goes back into your account.
But you're making real money wagers,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, Dave, this is a book called The Scarcity Brain by Michael Easter, which I just finished, which is there's like chapters on this, on the world being gamified and how Vegas figured out how to gamify everything and how the human brain operates, where even if you lose, if you win small, you feel like you've walked away as a winner. The human brain tricks you into thinking that even though he said losing while winning, I think is how he describes it.
Right.
The human brain thinks that, oh, wait, I won a raffle ticket, so this is my double chance. So if I lose $100, but I get a $25 whatever, I won. It's like the thing we went to with the kids, right?
Right.
You
Same
put $60
thing.
out, you get $10 in stuffed animals back, and the kids feel like they won something.
So, Chris, is this an exclusive at this joint to just FanDuel?
Yes. Originally, when he opened
Wow.
2 years ago, he was not an affiliate. So he was just open, and he used a Canadian company. I believe it's Skynet or something
Okay.
like that.
Skynet?
Yeah.
Something with a sky. I remember that much. But it was a Canadian-based company, and it provided all the odds when
Right.
he first opened. He eventually went with FanDuel as his affiliate. So right now it's a FanDuel essentially based bar.
That's very
Wow.
interesting. So he gets probably an affiliate fee
Yes.
for every person that signs up, obviously.
Yes.
But he doesn't. I would be surprised if he got a percentage of the handle.
Well, no,
from
that's why you have the gamification process.
Yeah, so he
Right.
keeps it in-house, David. It doesn't go out, but he says, hey, you bet $100. Every $100 you get a raffle ticket. At the end of the day, I'm going to raffle off an autographed Wayne Gretzky jersey or whatever the hell he wants to auction off at the end.
Or read.
But right now that's part of it, but it also is some of it goes back into the account. So there is a replenishing of sorts into
Right.
the account as well.
Right.
as
So
potential
you
prize.
win a raffle.
Is it
People
real
for
money, or is
money
it bonus
to
bets?
put back in your
I
bonus?
did not ask that specific question.
Yeah.
Because David, it has to be bonus
It would
bets,
lead
right?
me to believe it's bonus bets because
Yeah.
Yeah, it couldn't be real money.
that enters a tax
Correct.
question. So
Right.
yeah,
That
Correct.
enters- the book has a tax problem if that's real money that gets put back into the account.
100%. Yeah. It's
But no,
bonus.
it was funny because as he kept tweaking and tweaking, he kept going back and back to legal. And he said usually the turnaround time was usually 4 to 5 weeks. But each time he brought something to them.
Oh, the
4 to
lawyers are
5
unbelievable.
weeks.
The lawyers always win. 4 to 5 weeks to answer 2 questions so I could get these people. Oh, it's crazy.
But one of the other things to this, and this was kind of interesting, the DraftKings at Wrigley Field finally began taking retail bets last Friday.
Right.
Yep.
And tomorrow's the big unveiling public ceremony.
Okay.
Hidden in that was FanDuel withdrawing the same application at the United Center. They did it
Oh.
back in October, but no one had really heard anything final about it until, I made an inquiry and they said, yeah, they pulled out the application in October. The more I thought about it, the more it made sense for FanDuel to pull that application because the United Center, while it's a great venue and all, doesn't have enough surrounding areas to make it worth the while.
You go in, you go to the game, and you go out. You
Right.
never go there to hang
But,
out.
but also specific to FanDuel because, and you guys have seen this when I've thrown up those number threads. FanDuel's bread and butter is based on that parlay.
Yeah.
Whether it's same game or just straight up parlays.
Yeah.
And to have that in person is just not conducive to any sort of flow at a retail book.
Right.
Because people will be asking questions. Can I combine this? Can I combine that? It becomes like the easy money scene when the guy says 2 across the board.
Right. Right. Okay.
For those of you that don't know, Chris just made an
Watch.
outstanding
Yes.
reference to a movie called Easy Money that if you haven't seen, trust
70s,
me,
right.
go watch it. It's an all-timer. Continue,
But,
sir.
but that makes sense for DraftKings to open that because Wrigleyville is essentially the adult playground of the Midwest minus a casino. And we're 2 years away from that with Bally's. So the more I thought about it, the more it made sense for FanDuel to pull that license application and be just a lounge in the United Center.
Do you like Wrigley Field? Have you been?
Yeah, I go there. I mean, I grew up on the East Coast and I also went to school in Milwaukee. So I got soured on baseball following the Brewers in the early 90s. And I now go to, see a well-pitched game and hopefully be out in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But I like Wrigley Field. I mean, there is something to be said for being there at 1:20 in the afternoon on a Wednesday and watching games with an old style.
So, Chris, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to Wrigley on Friday, April 5th, and I'm going to the United Center on April 6th to watch the Blackhawks play the Stars.
Mhm.
But this over-under bar, is this something that needs to be seen? Is this something, if I'm coming to town, should I be going and checking this thing out?
I think so. On a Friday and Saturday, it'll be busy. And also, if you get there Saturday, depending on what time the Blackhawks game is, you could probably catch one of the Final Four games there.
Oh.
And I mean, when I first went there 2 years ago, and Ed is a very big thinker. He has an expansive mind for us. He used to work at CBS in Interactive.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And
He was ahead of it, right?
he continues to be ahead of it. One of the other things we talked about with this model, should it work, is that it essentially forces a sportsbook to go from customer acquisition to customer retention. And at some point, that metric is going to become valuable because sooner or later, you're going to run out of people to sign up.
Yeah. It's happening now
Right.
in the actual real life. This is what books are running into. And you hit a couple of the buzzwords there. The other buzzword that's going on is gamification.
Right.
They're turning this thing, the sports book, and like you and the other writers at SportsHandle, you guys do such a great job. I'm just glad we finally got to have you on the show and meet you. But we refer to these stories all the time, and it keeps coming up. Gamification. Right. Can you explain that to a newbie, or somebody that's watching the show for the first time and going, what the hell is he talking about?
The biggest thing about gamification is that you're involved. That at the end of the day is the biggest thing. You may walk into OverUnder for the first time, and sports betting may not be for you in general. But at the same time, if you're having contests at the bar, you can participate, and you're part of it. You don't necessarily have to have 5 bets going at one time, and you're watching 4 different screens, and you have the ADD going, so you're just bouncing like this, looking at 42 different screens.
Yeah.
So the gamification process is inclusive, and that's the big part about it. You may go with a group of 7 here, and you may have the 1 in 7 who has either A, no desire, or B, no idea what's going on. But that's how you include them in it.
Right.
Yeah, I used to do that. I mean, this is the modern day way of getting somebody to stay in their seat. When I worked in Des Moines and Omaha, every Tuesday night I hosted a trivia night at Hooters, and they would show me their Wednesday ticket and their Tuesday ticket, and they would show that literally by 10 or 12x every week, Tuesday was bigger than Wednesday because people stayed for 2 hours just to play trivia, and they would just order different beers, they order more food, they watch the games just to be involved with it. So if you can find a way to keep people in their seat and I got to stay for the raffle. I've been here for an hour and a half. I got to wait for that raffle, and that raffle ends in 35, 40 minutes. Well, okay, give me 2 more rounds or give me some more food. It's brilliant. And then you talking about the connection to FanDuel. Do you think he wants to take this over-under idea national? Would it work in other legal states?
Yes. One of the things was that he didn't put the technology piece together until he started visiting other cities, thinking about expansion with the ambassadors. His technological background helps, gives him an advantage in the sense that he knows how to put an entire television lineup and the informational lineup that he gets from the odds information from FanDuel, and then the other pieces of information he gets from various sources all together that he can control on his phone. And it's an impressive pull together of that. And how he teaches that to the ambassadors, I would love to actually sit there and maybe learn it myself one day.
Yeah.
Because it looks to be a very involved process. But he did stress the idea of trying to bring it to a national level. He's going to use Chicago, I think, as a testing ground.
Right.
And there's no lack of places here.
Yeah, that's perfect. We're going to have to meet Ed at some point. You may have to make an introduction, because if he needs content for a show, we could be we're on people's phones all over the place. Or if he wants to do some other stuff with the content, we can go to the bars and do the show and bring people in, and then he can get them all signed up. Keep that in mind. Put that in your back pocket, Chris. You get the commission for the whole deal. That'd be outstanding. So flip it. You wrote that article in it, and we talked about that, but you were covering a gaming board meeting today.
Yes.
When I reached out to you, and I told you were doing God's work, because it's not easy to cover these things. I've been a part of these Nevada ones, and I tried to listen to some other states at times, and it really is a perfect precursor to a really good nap. What the hell happened today in Illinois? Can you sum it up for the people?
Yeah, so two things of note. One was the Paradise Casino out in East Peoria got its license renewed for 4 years. That was pretty much, I don't want to say rubber stamp, but at the same time, Boyd comes in, makes its presentation, they answer a few questions, administrator recommends yay or nay, in this case yay, approved 4-0. The PointsBet is still technically operating here.
Really?
As opposed in the technical sense. It's one of the last states Fanatics is migrating to, but it's supposed to be soon. So what happened today was that PointsBet formally received what's called a management services provider license, which allows them to conduct mobile wagering. They had been operating with a temporary permit the entire time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So pretty much it's
So does that
paperwork.
just get handed over to
Yes,
Fanatics?
it's pretty much paperwork house cleaning to go to Fanatics
Got you. Okay.
at this point, because everyone listed on the key forms, a good portion, about a third of it was PointsBet and 2/3 of it was Fanatics-based ownership
Gotcha.
group.
Okay.
So those were the two things that went on today. It was a very light day by their standards. We're still in the process of figuring out how Bally's is going to make the downtown casino pull off.
Right.
Is the bigger challenge of the bunch.
My last question for you: the DraftKings bar / book, whatever they're calling it, at Wrigley.
Yes.
Is that in the stadium or outside the
No,
stadium?
it is technically adjacent to the stadium. There, as the case is with most sporting venues that are connected to sports books, there is a way for ticket holders, I believe, to access the stadium directly, but it is adjacent to the stadium itself.
So if I get cold on Friday afternoon watching the Dodgers and the Cubs, which is probably going to happen, I can walk from Wrigley, from my seats. I can get up and I can walk to the DraftKings book and go and watch the game in there if I have to. Yes?
Yes. It's literally 15 feet away.
Perfect.
It's like the book in Arizona, like the
Okay.
Caesars book, right? It's right outside the door there. Like it's
Right.
probably just walk right
Well,
across.
the BetMGM book is across the street. You got to go out the stadium and walk across the street at
No,
the stadium.
this one is directly adjacent to one of the
Ain't
boxes,
gonna be that
one
cold.
of the gate entrances.
Chris,
It's
tell him not
Chicago
gonna
in
be that
April.
cold.
It's April 5th in
it-
Chicago. It's going to be freezing.
It could be 7 degrees. It could be 70 degrees.
See? See? Could be 7.
Chris, are you last one for me? Are you a big college basketball guy?
Yes, I'm a Marquette grad, so I'm a.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Who's winning the Big East tournament?
UConn.
Oh, wow. You didn't even hesitate.
No,
They're the best team. That's it. Hands down.
That team, when you have 7 guys who can score the ball, like they do, like even Diarra has come in 2 games against Marquette, and I think has put up 20 points in those games. There's just so much balance. There's so much skill, and I don't think we talk about Danny Hurley enough as an X and O's guy. There are some set offensive plays that they run in the half court that are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Marquette's defense, under Wojo, was like just abysmal, and Shaka's improved it. But I mean, even so, there were times like I went to the UConn game at Fiserv, and the off screening that UConn does is just fantastic. I mean, they shot, I want to say, somewhere around 45% from 3 in that game, and it could have been 60 because so many of them were open.
Look, you guys need
no structured half court offense.
You guys need Kolick back. I'm not sure you win today, unfortunately, just without your best player. It's tough.
These have been house money games, and I think the good thing about them is that they've shown steady improvement in each game. Yeah, you lost at Creighton. No big deal. You lose at home to UConn, but play well. And then you go to Xavier and win. And each game has shown a little bit something else. So I think they'll compete hard tonight. It would not surprise me in the least that it ends up being a 1-possession game, and it goes either way.
Good stuff. Chris, thank you for the time. We'll do this
Thank
again
you,
soon,
sir.
right? Appreciate you coming on.
We'll talk again soon. Thank you.
Chris Altruda from SportsHandle joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Good stuff with him to take a look at what's happening in the marketplace.
Got your whole itinerary planned for Chicago now.
Close. I mean, not entirely, but close.
I mean,
yeah. I've got some of it. I mean, it's going to be, I know Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. The only thing is I'll be very curious to see how the weather goes. If the weather's gorgeous, it'll be all good. It'll be all good. If the weather sucks, I'm going to want to be in the hotel and be like, just get me drinks. I'm done.
I mean, that wouldn't end up being the worst thing.
No, the worst thing in the world either. But I will be very much, the weather will dictate a lot about, but what I love about baseball now is that going to a 120 game means I'm pretty much walking out at 4:00. Like especially a Cub game. So right. So like I'm not spending, like at Fenway, when you go to Fenway, you got to block off 5 hours, like just straight up, like an hour for drinks ahead of time and then 4-hour baseball game. Like it's just, you just have to put that in there. 3.5 hour game. Easy. Now with the speed up of baseball and it's Wrigley, it's day game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be an under. I'm betting the under now. I don't know what the under is going to be, and I'm betting the under without even knowing I'm betting the under. And so hopefully it's a 2-1 baseball game, and it's quick and easy, and we're done.
Did you go to a baseball game last year at all? Did you go to a major league game?
I did not. My Red Sox streak ended last year going to Fenway. I didn't go to Fenway. Right. I don't think did I go to a single major league? No, I did not go to a single major league baseball game last year.
It's very different. That pitch clock has changed everything. I mean, even the minor league games were fast. Like it's fast.
I went to a bunch of minor league games last year. I saw a bunch of the
Aviators games. That's what I'm saying. It's
They were
fast.
fun.
Yeah. So
I'm in. Let's go.
120 start. Yeah, you'll be out by 4. The latest.
Phenomenal if it happens. All right. What happened last night? Villanova almost lost as a 24.5-point favorite. Like betting right now is stupid, Dave. Like it's just 24.5 points. They won 59-58.
You guys in the space know Steve Fezzik. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. Last year, he had Purdue in the first game of the tournament.
Minus 4,000.
Laid it. They lost. He was on Villanova money line again yesterday, touting it. And they were waiting to get him. They were like, this can't be. You could not have laid 40-1 again.
Was it minus 4,000?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Just on principle alone, I wouldn't have laid that just because it hit me the last time.
Yeah. So I think he had either 40,000 to win a dime, something like that.
Oh my!
Can you imagine that? Now put that. You know what happened? They hit a shot with 12 seconds left to win by 1. Now when you watch that with that pit in your stomach.
Oh, I don't watch it. I go for a walk. I just come back. I don't watch it. If I've got 40,000 riding on a win and it's coming down to a final possession,
to win
I'm not watching it. Right, to win $1,000, I'm not watching that. I'm going for a long walk and just somebody just tell me what happened. I want nothing. I don't need play-by-play. Just say win or lose. If someone send me a text message, you won or you lost. I want nothing to do with how, because that's talking about agita.
That's physical pain.
That's
I mean,
vomiting.
the agita goes away. That leaves like that pain in your like gallbladder or something in the side where you're just like, what just happened? What? Can't even move. You become paralyzed even when you win. You're like, I ain't doing that ever.
What is whirly ball? You ever heard of whirly ball?
Whirly ball.
What is that?
It's like lacrosse in bumper cars. What?
What is whirly?
Macaque? Masek?
What
are you talking about?
What is that? I don't. Told me not to get shaded seats. I don't know what I got for seats. I have no idea. We haven't got the tickets yet. Someone else is doing that. They're taking care of it for me. Whirly ball is a blast.
Whirly ball is a blast.
Never heard of it. This was a Midwestern thing. Wow, how about that? But yeah, I couldn't believe. I mean, $40,000 win a dime, and you just win by 1.
Yeah, like Powers, Brad Powers, all the boys were Powers had a tweet. I couldn't stop laughing. I saw it last night. And he said, that shot by Villanova cost me a lifetime of content. Because those two go back and forth all the time. And I was like, oh, my God. He had it ready. But, I mean, Villanova, Chris just said it. He's a Marquette grad. They're playing Marquette today. It's only 4.
4. Right. I mean, Nova might get him. I don't like Kyle Neptune at all. But Nova might get him. That was the scare. Wow. Okay. Nova may have woken up. And Marquette is – I mean, this is house money. Like they need Kolick back. Like, they're not beating Creighton. They're not beating UConn. Like they know where they're looking at the big dance. Like this tournament is not that big of a deal for them here in New York. So I could see Nova beating them today and knocking them out in the quarterfinals. We'll see. Speaking of knocking somebody out, since he beat KU by 20, I mean, what? I know there was
back a little in the beginning and then stopped pushing back, and it was done. I mean, that was done. Since he was having their way,
do whatever they wanted to do.
Up.
That was you don't see Bill Self lose in a tournament setting by 20. I don't care who's playing. I mean, he still has 4 and 5-star kids on that roster. I mean, it's still Kansas. Since he killed them, that's a team I would not want to play right now. They're hot.
I don't even know how to seed Kansas.
Oh, it's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard to see Kansas right now, without a doubt. I mean, you need to see who's back because McCullers is all over the place. He's in, out, and you think you're getting your center back, but if Dickinson doesn't play, and That's a much different KU team. What happened to Texas? Up big on K-State in a huge rally by the Wildcats.
Yep.
They take on Iowa State today as 8-point dogs. We'll get to that game here in a little bit, but I thought I took K-State and I checked up as a loss. I was like, oh, that's a loss. Came back and I was like, wait, what's the score? It's like, how the hell did that happen? Hell of a rally. Texas is a team I would not want to be backing come in the big dance.
They
would
in?
scare me. I think they're in, yeah, but they scare me. I mean, another one is up and down, inconsistent teams.
I just can't. I think Falika texted or tweeted it yesterday, and I replied back to him talking about expanding this thing. We don't need expansion. We don't need expansion of who's getting in to play mediocre basketball. I mean,
fair.
The case is being made every one of these days, a lot of these games, that Indiana State deserves to be in. They need to be in. They're a good basketball.
Of course.
Team.
No, it's no debate.
Ran into Drake at the end, but like that's a pretty good basketball team, and there's a lot of fun there behind it. Like I don't need to see some of these teams and these
mid-level Big Ten team. Our mid-level Big 12 team. No, a mid-level ACC team. No, I don't need to. I'm with you. And BC plays. Look, BC smoked Clemson yesterday.
Ooh.
Smoked them. 7-point dog took them behind the woodshed yesterday. That was the game I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah,
I didn't bet that game.
That line was sus the whole time.
Well, now they're 5.5-point dogs to Virginia today, which is like, really? Okay.
What's the total of that?
125.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened with that 125 total yesterday?
115. Nice hit by you. You said 116, didn't you? Or was it 115 and fell 116?
I think I just threw it out there. Let me think it'll be around 115 or 116.
Fell 116.
Dave's Daily Pick sent me a text.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. And he tweeted it. He's like, how do you do that? I said, I don't even remember what I said. What did I say? I had to go back. Because you almost called the exact number.
Yeah.
This is going to be another under today.
Yeah, it's Virginia. Yeah. Houston, Virginia bet under. Both those teams.
I don't know who I would take in that game, though. This is BC's third game, right?
Correct. Yeah.
They had to play that one before, then yesterday. Now they're playing today.
Tired legs.
And Virginia plays defense.
But they can't score.
Right. I don't know.
Can't score. Offensively, they're horrible. Number opened at 5. It's up to 5.5 at the Superbook. 5.5 at DraftKings.
Yeah.
Numbers coming in. Small plays on Virginia to the over.
Do you remember what happened to Syracuse yesterday? I can't remember.
They got crushed, right?
I'm just messing with you, CBW.
Okay. They got crushed.
Crushed by NC State.
Yeah, they got smacked.
We had our first Syracuse poll.
Jinxed them. Jinxed them. Okay, a couple football topics, then we'll get to all the games today because there's a litany tonight. We're gonna do the late sessions and all these conference tournaments.
I like when you use big words like that.
Calvin Ridley was supposed to go to the Jaguars or the Patriots.
I have no idea what this. I saw this on the rundown and I went, "You're gonna have to carry this story because I don't know what team he's on. What the hell team is he on?
Titans.
He is officially
stayed inside the division and got a bag to go to the Titans.
This is the guy that was betting, right?
Yes. Lost 1 year to the gambling gods.
Right.
He is going to be on the same field. It's Will Levis, DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley. It's not bad. Not bad what the Titans are going to put together.
Wait, say that again. It's Will Levis and who?
DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley.
Okay. All right.
It's not bad. Now they're going to go. This is the end of an era for the Titans.
And Tony Pollard running the ball, right?
Tony Pollard running the ball. Yes. Remember, this is going to be not the Mike Vrabel run offense. This is not run the ball, play defense.
Right.
Titans are going to go offense. They're going to try to score. And the Texans are doing the opposite. The Texans are going to run the ball and play defense. So who winds up, figuring these things out? This is going to be a wide open team.
What's Jacksonville doing?
Yeah, it's the new offense coming over from the Bengals, being brought into the Titans. They're going to throw the ball a ton. So I'll be very curious to see how this draft goes for the Titans, but I can't wait to see how this Titans team plays because they're spending money on offense. They're not spending money on defense. and they're coming in, and it's Bill
Wait, can
Callahan's
Mason
kid.
Rudolph sign with the Titans too?
Back him up, yeah. He's a backup quarterback, yeah.
Mason's going there to win that job.
Maybe. I wouldn't. If I'm a Titan fan, I'm not loving that, but maybe. I mean,
wow.
So, I mean, they overpaid for Ridley. There's no debating it. And both the Jaguar fans and Patriot fans are like, wait, what happened? Like his agent played both the Patriots and the Jags perfectly because they were bidding against each other. Patriots had a better offer than what the offer was from the Jaguars. And then here comes the Titans, says, well, fine, we'll beat the Patriots offer. And he winds up going to play for the Titans now, stays inside the division. Another player going to a divisional rival in free agency. It's been just like this running thing here. The Raiders.
There's no loyalty. We keep saying it.
Zero.
We're going to keep saying it. There's no loyalty.
Zero.
Give me the money.
Raiders cut Jimmy G and Hunter Renfrow. The money they saved when they cut Jimmy G, they gave to Gardner Minshew, who today had his press conference here in Vegas and was absolutely a riot. He killed it today. He's going to be a star here in Vegas. People are going to live for his press conferences because that guy is a hoot. He is funny as hell when he gets rolling. He is good. And look, I like.
Is he going to start? Do you think right now you'd say he's going to be the starter?
He has to be the starter. I mean, if you can't beat out AOC, give me a break. Aiden O'Connell's not.
Oh, wow. Big freeze right there with your eyes closed. Oh, no. Mikey's going to lock that one up. I haven't seen Mikey in the chat, but he's got you. That's it.
I mean, that's one of those situations where Aiden O'Connell, if he beats out Gardner Minshew, Gardner should retire.
Why? Stay and be the backup.
I mean, he will, but I'm saying, like, you have to be able to beat out Aiden O'Connell. Like, you're throwing to DeAndre Hopkins. Like, this is, like, from a quarterback who throws the ball deep like Minshew, this is a dream. Like, just go. Hopkins, like, just go. And so far, Devontae Adams, sorry, I think Hopkins did. Devontae Adams. Tell Adams, just go. I'm going to throw the ball as deep as I can to you. So the money they saved by cutting Jimmy G for using steroids, they gave it to Gardner Minshew. So really worked out well for the Raiders. And now I think they'll draft a quarterback, but where? I don't know. But I think they'll draft a quarterback to come in to push Aiden O'Connell for the backup job.
I just looked down and saw Mikey Awesome say, I'm lurking in the shadows.
Nice.
Like Darkwing Duck. So
I want Hunter Renfrow on the Patriots. Run it back.
Go.
Run it back.
Here we go.
Run it back. Let's go.
What are you talking about?
They went and picked up, they got a third down back. They can catch the ball. They're going to run it back with the third down back, James White, and go get Wes Welker and Julian Edelman 2.0. Let's go. Run it back. Bring in Hunter Renfrow, third down weapon. With Derek Carr, he was awesome. With everyone else on the Raiders, he was a non-factor. He was a ghost.
Why? He was so good when Derek Carr was there.
Nobody threw over the middle. The quarterbacks they got were petrified to throw the ball over the middle. I mean, it takes some cojones to throw over the middle in the NFL. You got to trust your receiver. You got to trust your accuracy, trust your protection.
Got to get the plays called too.
Plays got to be called for it, right? I mean, it's just not what they did. I mean, after they moved off of Josh McDaniels, in Josh's offense, Hunter Renfrow was tremendous because it's Patriot offense. But when they got rid of Josh McDaniels, see you later. No more Hunter Renfrow. He wasn't a weapon anymore.
Didn't even catch. He went games without catching a ball.
Games, plural. Yeah. He was a non-factor. He was not even part of the game plan. Right. And so they finally let him go. And, it's where we are. So I'll be curious. He's a free agent. He's a package deal to the Patriots. I made the joke yesterday that Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett both were drafted by the Patriots in the same year. They both go back to the Patriots. You can run it back.
CBW, do not pander to him.
Well, it's true, though. I made the joke. It's possible. It's absolutely possible the Patriots could go and do that. Now, Pats fans would lose their minds if they go back to Garoppolo and Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And then they trade down or they draft with the third pick in the draft. They take a wideout. They go ahead and take Harrison Jr. with the third pick in the draft. Sign Jimmy G. Jimmy Garoppolo is better than 90% of the quarterbacks you could go and get right now. He can play. No debate, he can play. What? I'm good with him. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's not going to win a Super Bowl for you, but for where the Patriots are right now, I'm good with Garoppolo for a year or two. Sure.
he's going to throw picks and all. You're going to accept everything. As good looking as he is, you're going to accept him warts and all.
Look, I do remember what he did when he came in for the Patriots.
That was a long time ago.
It was 2017. It wasn't that long ago.
It was 7 years ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
That was a long. You age a lot in 7 years.
You do, but you also get better.
Think about where you were, what you were doing in 2017. It's like a different life.
I don't know. I like play defense, hand the ball off, run the ball, play defense with this Patriots defense. I'm good. I'm good with Jimmy. If they sign Jimmy G, Brissett can't start. And it's like he's not the Boston media called Brissett the worst starting quarterback in the league, and it's not actually even close to being true because Zach Wilson was way worse than Jacoby Brissett. Like the numbers don't even, but like he's the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. It's not even close to being accurate. But Jimmy Garoppolo with Brissett backing it up and then trading down in the draft, and then your quarterback situation is pretty much set for a little while. I'm good with it. If that's what they do, I'm good with it.
CBW said, does Dave move the Pats number of Jimmy G signs? LOL.
What, down?
Up. Yeah, we go. Well, if he signs, we go from 60 to 1 to 80 to 1. Come get more. That's good. That's perfect.
I don't think Jimmy G's the worst. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if he's. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's the worst, but I'm good with it as far as
for Chef Benny. 8 to 12 million for backup that's not that bad. That's not horrible for 1 year.
I don't even know what the numbers mean anymore. Honestly, I can't understand what the
starting quarterback makes $40 million a year
minimum.
I mean, it makes 40. So a backup making 10. Okay, that's not bad. Or two quarterbacks combined making 20 compared to what? Look what Kirk Cousins is making. Kirk Cousins' contract with the Falcons, he will, when he's done with it, he will have made more money than Tom Brady. Kirk Cousins, who has one playoff win his entire career, will have made more money than Tom Brady.
If Cousins is an agent or anyone that knows his agent, when it gets in touch, ask him to email askthebvp@gmail.com. I'll pay him whatever he wants.
Right.
That guy's got it. I mean, he's going to make more money than Tom Brady. It don't even sound fair, but I want that guy. True. I need that guy. Like, let's get that guy. Go to represent us. Gets whatever he wants. I want that guy.
Yeah, Kirk has the greatest agent ever. It's really true. His agent's just been
no question, Konowinski.
It's unbelievable what he's made from a money perspective. Because, I mean, look, Brady did a lot of the things like what we're seeing with Patrick Mahomes. Brady took less money than market value to let the team be competitive around him. Same thing with Mahomes. Restructured $21 million to let them go get wide receivers and talent. Now, if the team doesn't do that, that'll piss off Mahomes. But Patriots did it too. Sometimes not as much as Brady would have liked, but they appear to be ready to go with a couple of wideouts. If they get Mike Williams, it's brilliant. $21 million, that's what Mike Williams wants. So if you take a $20 million pay cut, you go get a top wideout.
Right.
It's brilliant. And it puts you right back into a spot to potentially go and win. So, all right. We talked about Chicago. So let's start with the A10 tournament tonight with St. Bonaventure.
Real quick, because I got to just throw one back at you real quick. This NFL free agency is incredible. And There's been a lot of movement in this and that. You caught me yesterday with one that I said we have to mention today. You left it off. But when I went, did my walk, and then I came home, took a power nap so I could go do Sports Grid with Wetzel, which is turning into an unbelievable show. We get this Matty G producer. He's doing a good job. So if you get a chance to work with Wetzel, you got to do it. He's really getting in the flow. But Joe Flacco signed. You said it yesterday that why is he not going to sign, or what is the thing? And I said, well, I don't know if he wants to play. Obviously, he wants to play.
Yeah.
He's going to the Colts.
As a backup. It all depends on what Richardson comes back like. I mean,
right.
He may be good to go. He may be not, but Flacco is a great insurance policy.
This division is incredible, is it not? What's going on in that division? All this movement and backup.
Yeah, players going around. Yes,
absolutely. Incredible.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's definitely strange that we talk about. There's no loyalty. Players are staying inside of the division way more now than I can ever remember. There was always a hesitation. Like, I don't want to go play my former team twice. That's awkward.
Yeah.
Now it's like, we don't care. Like, we're good. Yeah. I'll play them. Let's go. It's all good. Like, Patriots and the Jets did it for a little while, but it was always awkward when it happened.
It was that. You're right. That whole thing was.
I mean, look at Patriots, Jets, Belichick. I mean, that's how the Patriots got Belichick. It was always a little weird. I mean, Patriots and the Jets used to change players like crazy, and it was always like, really? Like, but now it happens way often. I mean, Steelers. If you told me the Steelers and the Ravens would be taking players and it would be normal, no. I mean, Patrick Queen going to the Steelers is wild to me. That is wild that he went to the Steelers.
Different. Yeah.
So it's big. I mean, it's cool, but it's just not really the same world as it used to be.
I just want to say Joe Flacco.
I'm psyched for him. I mean, that's a great place. It's a great landing spot. Good offense, but it's a backup.
Good opportunity to play.
Sure. But if Richardson comes back and he plays well, it's his team. Like they drafted him to be the guy.
Correct. Until he gets hurt. Which
is possible. Yeah. Because he's a running quarterback who absolutely could get hurt.
Yes.
A10 tourney, St. Bonnie in Loyola, Chicago. This number is 2 at the moment here for this game coming up tonight. Loyola, Chicago. This is a team that went hot out of this conference, could make some noise. They could be interesting here in this game. Short number though. Coin flip.
Yeah.
Ooh, the 3 now. Loyola money coming in on Loyola Chicago. They went 13-5.
St. Bonnie's live, I would think.
They went 13-5 ATS in the A10 this year.
Who?
Loyola Chicago. 8-2 ATS over their last 10, 8-6 on the road. They should win this game in New York. They should win this today.
Gee, St. Joe's beat Richmond this morning.
Number 1 seed's out. Yep.
Wow.
Which
is this a 2-bid league now?
Well, that's the question. Okay, so I think Loyola Chicago wins and covers this game. Dayton's laying 7. This is a worry spot for me now because Dayton's in. So everybody who's on the bubble is cheering for Dayton. Like they want Dayton to win this tournament now.
Right.
Because now it's a 1-bid league. Because Dayton's in. Dayton's in the dance. They're a top 25 team. They're in. So the question will be, is it 2? If somebody else wins this division, wins this conference tournament, it's a 2-bid league and you steal a bubble. So I know a lot of people who are in the Midwest, Iowa fans, are watching this game closely today because Iowa is very concerned. They want K-State to lose to Iowa State. If K-State beats Iowa State today, that could punch the ticket for K-State to be in, making it more difficult for Iowa. If Dayton wins today or they win the A10, that's good. If Duquesne beats Dayton today, bad news for Iowa. So for Indiana State, for that matter, too. If you're a bubble team and you're watching, you want Dayton to win the A10.
Johnny Parlay just looked down in the chat. He said, I don't understand why Loyola isn't getting as much credit as Dayton.
Net rating, whether you buy it or not. Dayton's net rating is better. It's true. Lost to Loyola and Richmond. That's how Richmond wind up. I mean,
oh, okay.
That's how Richmond was the 1 seed. Richmond won the regular season. Dayton didn't.
Okay.
They were the 1 seed. So,
it's
fair. I agree, Joel.
If you had to say right now, you think Dayton wins the whole thing?
I think VCU is really live.
You spelled it Duquetz.
Oh, sorry, Duquesne.
That's okay. Just in case the haters see it.
What letter did I misspell?
Duquesne. Duquesne.
Oh, I forgot the S.
That's
S-N-E. Sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
that's all right. Doesn't matter. Does it? They'll be done today. You won't have to worry about typing their name again. Dayton wins and covers.
Oh. Not sure about the cover part. I think they win. Duke's laying 11.5 to NC State.
Dog. First
11.5. This is like
only because they again, I'm not trying to pile drive you here, CBW, but they pile drive Syracuse yesterday. There was no stress.
I just wonder, I mean,
I think they're fine going into this. And I'm telling you, I don't know about Duke. You said, what's the total? 146?
146.
Under?
Yeah. Oh, really? Under?
I like under. Yeah.
NC State 19-13-1 this year to the over, 10-6 to the over on the road, but Duke was 4-9, 9-4 to the under away from home.
Duke's an under team. NC State's probably an over team because they give up so many points, and not because.
But they killed Syracuse. It went under because Syracuse only scored 65 points last night.
Yeah, I don't know. I first thought is dog and under.
Man, because
That's my default as a book
NC
guy.
State could be the fly in the ointment here because everyone's looking like, oh, Duke and NC will play in the championship game. Like, here we go. Oh, nice. There we go. Good for my under. Thank you, JC. 9-0 after 5 minutes. They're
pitching a shutout 5 minutes in.
Perfect Houston basketball. It's exactly what I want to see as being on the under.
What the hell's the in game right now from that?
The in game for Houston, and it's down to one. It didn't move. It's 125.5. It dropped 10 points. From 137.
Probably been a number.
From 137.5 down.
Pitt's beating Wake. Pitt's beating Wake 38-26 at halftime. Live update. Go Pitt Joel, basketball.
These statements, I love you guys, but these statements are Looney Tunes. Okay, you have no idea that Iowa would beat Indiana State 7 of 10. Like you've no idea, none. Wow, TCU, we've gone almost 8 minutes and they haven't scored yet.
Keep the updates coming, LL. That's your job right now on this show. You must alert us in the chat when they score.
Now it's 128.5. People must be betting the over. Now it's 14-0 Houston. 14-0 Houston with 13 minutes to play. 14-0 now. Those are free throws. Right. It's 14.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns are up. 14-0.
It's a football score. Right. Houston football beating TCU. That's wow.
Keep them coming, LL.
That's tremendous. All right, good. Keep that under going here. What number would you bet over? We need to come back here and wait for it.
Probably 118.5.
The line's 19.5 right now. Houston's laying 19.5.
Dear goodness.
So this game next, Virginia, BC.
Under.
125.
Don't be afraid.
125.
That's trying to give you like you did yesterday. I got to do this. It went under. It's going under. First one to 60 wins again
Virginia
today.
is different, though. Virginia and Houston are two different animals.
Virginia
I've been
is different?
Yeah.
They can't score either.
I know, but Cincinnati's not Denver. It's not Virginia. Cincinnati KU just couldn't score themselves. Like that game, since he scored enough for the game to fly over.
That wasn't the game. We were talking about Rutgers, right?
Oh, Rutgers, Maryland. That's right. Yeah. No, Maryland scored a ton. Rutgers just stopped scoring. And then for some reason, explain to me this if you're watching the game. They had 65 points with 5 to play in the game. Maryland had 65 points with 2 to play in the game. They just stopped scoring. It's like, what is going on? Maryland was like, we're good. We won. We don't need to. They just stopped. Okay. I was like, you got to be. We were on pace the whole game. It was right on 125 the whole game to go under. We were fine. And then the last 5 minutes, they're like, we're done. That's it. We won.
I was. In the hell was Wisconsin playing? They're up 61-26.
Pitt. Oh no, it's ACC. It's in a commercial.
Maryland. They're playing Maryland.
The team that just beat Rutgers.
Wow, 26.
Yeah. St. John's is up 49-40 on Seton Hall too. So the Johnnies, I like the Johnnies today laying 3.5. I didn't bet it, but I liked it. I like that St. John's team. They're tough. All right,
LL just typed TCU is 0 of 13 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3.
It's 61-26, Wisconsin.
I just said that. You're not listening.
No, I didn't hear a score. I heard a blowout. I didn't hear what the score was. 16-0.
I said it 3 times.
16-0. This is tremendous. Talk about the
great.
We're down to 126.5 from a total perspective there with that. Under 11-minute media timeout, 16-0.
Oh my goodness.
It's not to say the Houston's going to kill him, but I mean, that was just like, give me a break. They can't.
TCU's in a big dance though, right?
They should be. Yeah. I mean, I think that they're in, but Houston's pissed off, and with KU out of the way, this is Houston's tournament to lose. So, I mean, they're going to be fun to watch. 41-26 Pitt is up on Wake Forest. That's good for Pitt. They can make a little noise here in the ACC tournament. Pitt can do some things. Yeah. Getting a much better seed here for that. So we'll watch that. Okay. Well, hold on. Ohio State, Iowa. This is huge.
Ask the people. They're piling in. We got this is the first poll.
Okay.
Ohio State, Iowa. No points. It's only 2.
Oh.
I mean, you can type the points.
No, that's fine. No, we'll do that.
I just want to see who the people say, because we got a big group of people in Iowa. We got a big group of people in Ohio. A lot of talking, a lot of smack
this is a
talking.
massive game. So since they fired Chris Holtman, Ohio State's been red hot. Red hot. Iowa needs this game. They lose this game, it's pretty much bubble burst time for Iowa. They're done.
They're out.
They're out. They're done.
I think they got to win this game and another game.
2.5. Yeah,
I
like Ohio State. I told you I took Eli, who will join us tomorrow, from the lines. He put it out there. He put out take Ohio State 35-1. I took it 35-1 on them to win the Big Ten tournament. So,
who's their next game against?
The Big Ten bracket. Hold on.
They have to play. Do they have to play one of the big dogs?
Let me. Oh, well, how could they not? Let's see. Their
They
tournament.
may play the winner of one of these games today.
So Ohio State,
Iowa, or Illinois, or Purdue.
They play Illinois next if they win.
Okay.
They can beat Illinois, and then they'd probably play Nebraska to get to the semifinal.
Oh, Illinois. There it is. Thanks, Adam Pyatt. Thanks, Adam 2555.
So if they win this game, they play Illinois. If they beat Illinois tomorrow, they'll then go and play probably Nebraska, because Nebraska's going to play. I think Penn State beats Indiana today. We'll get that there in a second. Then Nebraska beats Penn State, and I think Ohio State can beat Nebraska.
Hold on. What do you mean Nebraska beats Penn State?
Nebraska beats Penn State. So then I think they could beat Ohio State, could beat Nebraska, and then they're in the semis. And then I can I can bet against them. I can start working off that 35-1.
That was a lot of talking and moving people along pretty quickly. Who did you vote for in the Ohio State Iowa game?
Ohio State.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like Ohio State. If we're betting it, we're both betting it.
Penn State today. I think Penn State beats Indiana.
Damn right they do.
Disagree
Although
with
the
you.
move came the other
Disagree.
way. Oh,
They did.
hold on. Johnny just came and said Penn State's not winning today. Oh,
I like
Johnny's an Indiana guy. That's why. Put
Indiana
it in the
stinks.
chat. We got the vote. You can vote for the Ohio State Iowa game on a poll.
Indiana stinks.
You said it, not me. But
They
you're right.
stink. Now, Penn State's not great, but I like Penn State winning yesterday. Illini will be in the final. Maybe. Not crazy. It's possible.
Of the Big Ten.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
But
the whole
it's
thing.
possible.
You like Penn State
I do.
today? Type it in the chat. Whoever's here watching, just say, there we go, JC from KC. Tell them we are. I'll say it. Penn State.
Yeah, I like Penn State. Big 12
Indiana's
tournament.
Hot? What?
Iowa State, Kansas State. Fascinating game. Low scoring game. Lean to the under
What the hell is this number? Let's
in this game. I think this is going to come down
see. 750.
maybe a last. I don't know. I lean towards K-State plus 7.5.
Butchie, you'll be proud of me. It's 755, 756 rotation number.
K-State is 9-6 away from home this year. ATS. They're 11-8 in conference ATS. Iowa State's 11-6-1. When Iowa State played Kansas State at home, they won by 11. When Iowa State plays K-State at the end of the year, they lost by 7. It didn't matter for Iowa State, but it was senior day for K-State. Road favorite, lost outright. Rubber match here. K-State with a big comeback from against Texas yesterday. I would take the points here. But it's up to 8 now. Okay.
I like it. I like Iowa State.
Okay.
I talked to the ex-presidents. They made a very good case for today and the whole thing.
And the whole thing.
Yeah. Said going to the Final Four. Right bracket, right matchup, going to the Final Four.
You need the bracket right first before you can say that.
No, they said that defense and
What
blah,
bracket?
blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay,
Well, yeah, but what happens if they're the 2 seed and Houston's the 1 seed?
they
Like-
didn't let that happen.
What do you mean? They easily could have that happen. That's 100% possible. They could be the 2 seed and Houston's the 1.
They can't
Definitely.
put them in the same bracket like that now.
It really comes. They always say it doesn't matter once it comes to the seedings. It's about location and it's about going ahead and seeing where they are and what their number. If they're the number 1, if Houston's the number 1, Iowa State would have to be the number 4 2 seed,
Right.
which is possible. I mean, that's Iowa State could be a 3 seed for that matter. KenPom has it as a 7-point win. I mean, Iowa State's the number 2 for defense efficiency in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas State's number 20. Effective field goal percentage defense, Iowa State's 52, K-State's 20. 3-point defense, Iowa State's 75th, K-State's 35th. 2-point defense, Iowa State's 59th, K-State's 31st. I mean, Iowa State's offense on paper is a little bit better. K-State just doesn't hit the three at all. They're 278th in 3-point percentage in college basketball.
Crap. TCU just scored.
Uh-oh.
16-2. They got a basket with 10:19 left in the first half. Thank you, LL.
Damn it.
TCU is on the board.
Yeah, DePaul hiring Chris Holtman was pretty much a done deal. Everyone knew that was going to happen. So that's a really smart move by DePaul. Even though Chris Holtman probably would get a year off to kind of reconstitute himself a little bit, I like that hire a lot for DePaul. He knows Chicago really well. So that's a good hire for them.
All the Indiana guys are coming in the chat voting for Indiana today.
121.5, by the way. 121.5 is the live in-game total for Houston TCU.
Getting very close to sounding the alarm.
Oh, we need to have a bet alarm.
Very close.
I'll have Sonic make a bet stinger,
right?
For March Madness to go ahead and fire it to when it's time to fire.
Well, yeah, we're gonna need it.
We'll be like a brigade. We'll be the brigade Discord channel bet conglomerate. Everyone piles in on one side. Where'd all these bets come from on one side?
Oh God!
Where are these guys betting? They got to move the number.
I'll tell the story someday. Either tomorrow or next week or whatever. But one of the best March Madnesses ever. I was stationed in the side room at the M. They closed the restaurant and just made it for March Madness. It sounded like this over-under joint.
Okay. They
put one window in there.
Oh.
And it had to be somebody who knew what was going on to do the logs for the, if there were VIPs and all this other stuff. So I'm like, where are you putting it? And they said the name of the place. I said, I'll take it. Like, you got to be there the whole day by yourself. I said, no problem. I got it. Don't worry about it. Come get the bank. I'm there the whole day. I didn't even get a break. Like, it was just run to go pee. If you had to, poop, you were in trouble. But whatever. It was 12 hours, 14 hours, 4 days in a row. So I went Thursday. And I said, this is amazing. There were 6 people in there the whole time. I'm watching basketball myself.
No one was there?
Well, so I knew this was going to be the case. So I told Jessica, you need to take off Thursday and Friday. Come hang out with me.
Oh, cool.
She comes, and she's like, this is amazing. So, I got lunch. I gave it to her, had her sit there. And she came up and made plays. Was one of our best March Madnesses ever. Couldn't lose. I said, come to the counter. Just come to the window. Move your lips. I'll type the bet. And you go. Just pay and go. It was one of the most fun. Like, the story was incredible because she did it on Thursday. And this group of 6 guys were all together.
Pay attention.
And she keeps walking back to the table with cash. And they're like, this chick knows something.
Right.
So on Friday, they're like, what are you betting? And she's like, Houston first half. Really? And they'd look at me and I'd be like, it's probably going to be good. So they started betting it. You can't imagine what I made in tips in 3 days. They were betting for me. They're like, Dave, we'll leave you a ticket. I'm like, guys, I'm good. No. Here's 22 to win 20 on it for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you like K-State here. I mean, Iowa State here. I lean K-State. I'm not betting it. I'll look to in-game an Iowa State number below 6 if I can. Baylor, Cincinnati.
18-6, 7 minutes, 51 seconds.
Yeah, I'm waiting. It's 19.5.
What is it?
19.5. We're almost there.
I just wanted to get it over 120.
I'm going to get a 20. I'm going to get a 20-point middle.
It's good work. It's good work by you if you can do it.
Oof.
You like a side of this, Baylor?
I like Baylor. I think the luck runs out for Cincy today,
bro. Cincy got a little. I mean, they got some moxie. They look like they were scoring.
3rd game in 2 days up against Baylor.
I know, but they coasted again, and it's the second half of that game against Kansas. I mean, it looked like the backups were were lighting them up.
True.
Last 8 minutes of that, Kansas was done.
Yeah, everybody was. It's true. I mean, it's Cincy 5-5 over their last 10, but they've won by 25 and 36 their last 3 games. But 2 of those games were against West Virginia.
Huh.
Wow, Vanderbilt just fired Jerry Stackhouse. 5 years. He's done. Big buyout for Jerry Stackhouse, so he's gone.
Is he going to stay in coaching?
He probably will, yeah. Assistant coach somewhere.
Since he's awful, Kansas threw the towel in early. Okay.
I like Baylor, but being a gone of gambling.
Ding.
Oh, Pitt's up 11.
Let's go.
Pitt's up 11. Oh, Maryland. Wow, 70-34. Wisconsin up on Maryland. Holy crap.
See, this is what Wisconsin does, right? They're going to blow them out. Then they'll probably win another game. Everybody be talking about them. Some of the saddest fans I've ever seen in Vegas for March Madness are Wisconsin fans. Because they come and they
droves. Oh, do they ever?
Holy crap. They are professionals.
Iowa State fans do.
They are professionals. They come, they get the drink tickets, they all pack together, the red and the white, the Badgers, blah, 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 blah. They win the first game.
Yep.
They lose the second game. On the regular.
I like Baylor. Creighton, Providence, numbers 9 offshore, according to Butchie.
Yeah.
Money on the Jays coming in.
Providence was a coast job yesterday.
I laid 7.5.
Providence was excellent yesterday.
Defensively, see, here is where reading the game notes might serve against me, because I bet it, but I'm nervous about it, because the Jays 12 of the last 14 games in the quarterfinals of conference tournaments have been decided by 4 points or less.
Say that again, but a little slower.
12 of the last 14 first game tournament games for the Creighton Blue Jays.
Okay.
Have been decided by 4 points or less.
Okay. That was the part I missed.
They start.
Understand. Okay.
They start these conference tournaments historically. First game, they're slow, tight, nervous, not fluid, not playing their brand of basketball. They win, but they're tight. They always, here's the one thing though, if they win today, they're winning tomorrow. They don't lose the semifinal game. They can't win the final. They're 0-4 in the Big East. But when they get to the semifinal, I believe they're I think 4-1 in the Big East in the semifinal. They win the next game. They lose the final. It'll be UConn. It'll be Hurley. And whatever fan that he threatened, I want that kid right next to his bench, staring at Dan Hurley the entire game.
I don't know. You heard Chris. He had high respect for Hurley being an X and O's guy.
Hurley is out of control. He's threatened 2 kids in a month.
Hey, a lot of people talking.
Grow up. You're a multi-million-dollar coach. You won the national championship. Grow up. What are you doing, John? With a
guy from
give me a break. You're
North Jersey.
Your father. Come on, you're a silver spoon kid who got jobs handed to you because of your last name. He's done tremendous. Okay, but don't get me wrong. But give me Dan Hurley. You can have Dan Hurley, please. Nonsense.
Sound personal to me.
Threatening kids.
117.5. Sound the alarms. Jade Albets. Sound the alarms.
That's not the basement. I'm gonna wait. That's not the basement. It's 116. It's 116.5 right now. It's not the basement. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait.
That gives you some good numbers there.
It's 116. It's 116. It's 18-6 with 6:24. It's now 115.5. No, 116, 118, 117. No. We're not hitting it yet. Hold on. It's the meme. It's the hold. It's the hold meme. It's the Braveheart. Hold. Oh, now it's back to 116. 115 may have been the basement. It's 20-6 now.
Wow.
Now back down to 115. People are betting under. 6 minutes to play.
Said the game might go under 100. I was doing a game once, and it was Wisconsin and somebody, and I had to put up 97.5. Not 197, 97.5. and the game fell 95. They all bet me over 97.
Amen, Sharpie. First time any student section's ever yelled at a coach. Absolutely. Hurley's the one being wrong. Totally agree with you. Absolutely. Yes, completely. Hold. Yeah, I'm saying hold. Hold.
Are you with me? Question.
Hold. Let's not bet this just yet.
Keep updating us here. Keep updating us.
117
This is
and
fun.
a half.
This is good.
5:35 to play. 117 and a half.
Nearly 8 points.
I mean, if 8 points is 20 to
Santiago
8.
just chimed in. I got 114 on his. Ooh, 114 and a half.
14.
That 115 is a good number too. Look at
114.
this
I mean,
on MGM.
let's see what in Vegas what I can pull up here from a live bet perspective.
I'm not looking. I don't want to get involved yet.
Let's see what where are we live here on this number? Yeah, 116 and a half. Okay. We'll see how this goes. This will be fun to watch too, to see how far. Yes, we're trying to, Austin. Yes, I'm trying to shoot the middle on this. I'm on under 137 and a half, which I feel pretty good about. And then we're just
you don't
trying
have to do nothing in that situation.
I don't have to, no, but it would be, I'm just nervous about the second half being even worse than the first half. Like if Houston wants to clamp, if Houston wants to put the clamps on, they could have TCU score, 30 points today. I mean, Virginia held the team to 35 points this year.
Right.
So, I mean, we've already seen it, that's been possible. So
60-40 voting on Ohio State, Iowa on the poll.
For Ohio State, yeah.
Ohio State,
I like Ohio
Iowa
State.
40.
Two of this. All right, so do you like the Jays or Providence? I laid 7.5.
I think Jays.
Creighton by
I'm not
10.
crazy about that number, though. You know that.
Mark, nor am I.
7 is just
More am I. I'm with you. I'm nervous too. What do you make of Marquette Villanova?
I don't know. I thought Chris would help us a little more, leaning towards Marquette. Now I think Villanova.
I like Nova. I think Marquette they might lose the game outright.
Outright? Okay.
Yeah, without Kolek, I mean, Nova's a tough play.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not playing the same line. That's true. That's why.
Their best player's not there. Their point guard's not there. I mean, that's scary. I lean Nova here at +4 on this. All right, to Vegas, Mountain West Conference Tournament. Nevada's laying 3 to Colorado State. This is huge because starting here, it's going on right now, right? I'm on UNLV +5. That's a 2:30 start time here for UNLV.
Why is this so much higher than it was just a week ago when I was at the game?
For UNLV San Diego State?
Yeah.
Because they figured that SDSU and one of the twins, one of the Boone twins, is a game time decision for UNLV.
Oh.
That's why.
That stinks.
But I took the 5. It's down to 4.5, but I took +5 last night for UNLV.
Fresno and Utah State are in a battle right now. 34-33. Minute to go. 35-34. Okay.
The best thing about UNLV is that these two games today, Nevada and CSU and Boise State, New Mexico, that 2 of those teams have to leave. They're out. So it's huge that they get these, because these are very good teams. These are all tournament teams that are playing each other.
She like favorite Nevada?
I don't know. I honest to goodness do not know. I lean towards CSU, but the only team that's beaten UNLV since the middle of January is Nevada. Oh. So I want CSU to win. So I'm pulling for CSU. If I could pick which team I want CSU. It's down to 113.5 now. See? The bottom might be 100. It might be 100. Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on the sign.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's just a watch. And same thing on this. Boise, New Mexico, it's a pick. What do you do with this one? This is like
we could flip a coin. I don't know.
I have no clue. I have no idea.
First thought is a lean toward Boise,
because New Mexico has been inconsistent. So I'm leaning toward. And Boise plays well here in Nevada.
There's a lot of 8:30 games tonight, man.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Pac-12, Oregon. Wow. That game starts in a couple of hours. Oregon against UCLA. Fun game.
Did you put up the UNLV San Diego State game?
No, because I thought it started 12:30, so it's at 2:30.
2:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I just told you it's in better to book it.
Okay. All right. That's good. I like UNLV.
So do
I.
Which team?
I don't know
UCLA
what to do with this. I got to be honest. I have no idea what to do with this game.
Which UCLA team shows
I
up
have
today?
no idea. I really don't know.
Yep. It's a really hard game to bet.
I wouldn't bet this with Butchie's money.
Yeah, this is a real toss up.
Definitely, if he told me to side too with the money, I wouldn't bet it. Butchie.
Ooh.
No, not doing it. I don't.
Colorado, Utah.
Crazy.
Buffs laying 4. Utah wins yesterday.
See what Utah did to Arizona State last night?
I like Utah here.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Numbers going up towards Colorado, though.
Win a game?
They could, yeah.
Oh, man. 781, 782. What is the total? Wow. 150, 152 or 151?
Mm-hmm.
That's too high. No?
Tie.
Gosh. Under the? I don't know what's the tie here either. I don't know. Under.
Utah hits 3s. I don't know. Last conference, SEC, A&M Ole Miss. Fun game.
Back to the top.
This is coaching to me. Ole Miss is 8-2 ATS. Sorry, 2-8 ATS over their last 10, 1-4. A&M is going the other way. Last 3 games, wins and covers. Georgia, Mississippi State, and Ole Miss. They just beat Ole Miss by 26 points in the last game of the regular season.
So that's A&M?
I like A&M, yeah.
Okay.
I like coaching in this game. I think it matters. So, yeah, I'm on the Aggies. Florida's laying 8 to Georgia. Georgia, I would have not bet a single college game today. If Georgia had not come back and won that game against Missouri, I was done with college basketball for today. I wouldn't have bet a single game. It's like, that's it. They go, if I can't get Georgia laying 3 against a team that's 0-16 and they're going to lose outright, I'm done. Like, that's it. I'm done. And they won by 5. Came back and won by 5.
So that was Wetzel's Black Cloud play of the night.
Was Missouri?
No.
Or Georgia?
Georgia. He said, he does it. It's a double unit play, and how can it lose?
Right.
It can't lose. They were 0 forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a major sweat. I mean, that was nothing. You wanted Agita in March, you got it.
That was awful. I literally
getting involved in that game. You need to check. Like, what am I doing? That's
hit though.
It did. Florida's going to crush this team today.
Yeah, I would say so. I agree. Yep. I like Florida to lay the 8. I agree.
Florida team total over.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't even know what it is, and I know I like it over.
Florida team total over.
Yes.
Interesting. Update on the Houston game. It is 114.5 at FanDuel. Wait. Not betting it yet. I'm waiting. Nope. I'm not going to blow a guaranteed W. I have a win. I'm not going to go and blow this. I'm not going to blow it.
Just going to go for a skill shot. That's
if this game falls something ridiculous, it's a 50-30 type final, wherever the heck it turns out to be. I don't want to be on the wrong side of trying to bet the over. All right, to the NBA. Phoenix at Boston tonight. Celtics laying 6. Total is 226. Fun game in the NBA.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or is it just fun because it's the Celtics?
No, it's both Suns and Celtics. It's a good. They played a great game in Phoenix. Now Phoenix is in Boston. This will be fun. I like this game a lot.
I guess it is the best game of the night.
It's not saying much, but yeah.
It is not saying much.
Down to 5. Boston money coming in here on Phoenix.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Don't know. It's a good question.
That's
Phoenix,
fine. If people are betting Phoenix, that's like that.
Phoenix has covered just 2 times since the 22nd of February.
Yeah, on the road too. No way. This is Boston.
Let me see. I didn't look at this yet. The Celtics first half team total.
Let's think about it. 60.5.
Well, it's always between
61.
58 and 63. That's where it always
60.5 or 61.5. That's what it is right now.
Let's see. First half team total Celtics is 59.5. Bet over. There's the siren. I would hit it. Bet over. It's under 60. That's a Celtics team total, first half team total over bet right there. Go ahead and knock that down because that's under 60 at home for Boston.
Jaylen Brown is still questionable to play.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's one of those.
Should be 7.5 or 8.
Yeah.
Free pies for Pie Day?
Yeah, 2 at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, just saw a commercial.
314. More on 314 during bonus time. You're going to want to stay around for that. Philly at Milwaukee.
Come on, bro. Why are you punishing me with this?
Under.
Why are you even asking me to Sixers games anymore?
Because Milwaukee's an under machine and Philly can't score.
What's the total?
220.
It's down to 219 in faraway places already.
Open 223.
Under. That's fine. That's a good adjustment. I mean, that's not too bad. One of the games yesterday, it was too low. And
interesting. B's and C's parlay today. I haven't heard from Chef Benny. He said he quit doing that, but I'd be careful because we'll get to the Bruins game here in just 1 second.
Yeah, be careful. It's been a letdown for Boston.
Would you lay 11.5 with OKC without Luka playing for Dallas? They're on a back-to-back.
Luka's out?
Yeah, hamstring. Got hurt last night.
Oh.
Streak got snapped. The 7-game triple-double streak got snapped last night because he left the game. Mavericks won, under hit.
I don't know. That's just that's like the kids would say. That line is sus.
It's a high line. 11.5.
I mean, that's just putting it out there going, go ahead. You want to lay it. You're going to have to really lay it. I don't know. No, I'm not. This is pass. Hard pass for me.
Bruins are laying 220 at Montreal. I don't know about this line.
Struggle bus? This is a struggle bus game?
Yes. And I hate Montreal.
What did Montreal do to you?
What do you mean? The Bruins rival. I hate Montreal.
Oh, it's electric. It is
hate
electric.
It. Bell Center, my ass.
Whoa. Easy.
Not in my ass, but Bell Center.
Oh, comma. Comma.
Bell Center, comma. 28-13 with 1:36 to go in the half. They have 13 points.
13 points.
The Seahawks traded for Sam Howell. I told you guys he was being traded. Nobody wanted to believe me. I said, Sam Howell's getting traded. They're like, oh my God. No, they're not. The Commanders love Sam Howell. I was like, Sam Howell is getting traded, guys. It's obvious. He's not going to be there next year. Like, watch what the team's doing. Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye-bye.
No shot.
Nice knowing you, Sam.
Yeah. Bye-bye. See you later. He was always getting traded. That was never even.
So now the Seattle situation is Geno and Sam Howell.
Backup. Yep. That's a good backup. I like that.
I think Sam's coming to compete, no?
I mean, maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'd say that's probably
Sam
something I would say.
No?
That's probably something I would say, but nah. You like the Bruins here or Montreal? I lean the dog here. I don't trust the Bruins.
Over
probably. Florida at Carolina. Monster game.
Before bonus time, can we find out where the damn bobbleheads are?
No, we're just saving that for bonus time.
Okay.
Because no one cares but you on that point, really. Nobody cares that Pittsburgh lost the bobbleheads for Yager. No one cares. It's just funny because somebody stole them. That's it.
They're minus 300 today.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it on the list. It's not worth watching.
What if they lose and they lose the bobbleheads?
Probably going to happen. Yes.
This is.
It's only funny because somebody stole them.
It's like the Lufthansa heist. Somebody's going, we got them.
Not even close. This is a huge game. This is an Eastern Conference Final preview.
Yep.
Who wins?
I don't know. Pretty easy for me.
Really? Carolina?
Mm-mm.
Easy with Florida.
No, I did you see the way they won that last game?
Yeah, but this is on the road at Carolina.
They're going to score. That's the problem. They're going to score tonight.
Wow. All right, and then finally, Rangers Lightning pick. Who wins?
come on, Rangers.
That easy? You like road teams tonight in the NHL? Wow.
I just looked at the board. I'm just saying. That's all. Yeah, there'll be some. We'll do some more hockey. Golden Knights. You see that number? Oh man.
We'll do that quickly on the other side. If you guys are with us on YouTube and on Twitter, do not move. If you are with us on SiriusXM or on Sports Grid, thank you for being here. Roll Call Friday is tomorrow. Hope to see you all in the live chat on YouTube about 2 o'clock Eastern time. For the rest of you, you are with us for bonus time. Okay, so one more quick one.
Wake Forest. No good.
57-49.
Yep. Here they come.
For Pitt.
9 minutes left.
Did you lay it with Pitt?
No, I want to see Pitt win to get another win because somehow they're the 4 seed in this and they're not in yet.
Right.
So
114.
I just know
we're at the break. It's 114 and a half for TCU in Houston.
That's the number. 115 is large.
I'm not betting it. I'm going to wait until that because if that second half starts with 2 minutes and no scoring, that number is going to plummet.
If that second half, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, see you later.
It's not going to get much lower.
It's not?
110.
I've seen 110.
The other number, the threshold is if it goes to 109 and a half.
Yeah, VCU future lives on. It's a good bet, J-Bell. Yeah, really. I like VCU to win the A10. I like it. I do. I think you're live for that.
Right.
I mean, Richmond getting beat was big. You know, Dayton could lose today. I don't think Duquesne beats them, but they could. And VCU could beat Dayton in the final. So
Syracuse beating Pitt twice doesn't help Pitt's resume. That is correct, CBW. That is correct.
Why is Vegas a 160 favorite on the road?
I don't know.
I don't get this number at all. I'm like, wait,
James
what?
going over.
Okay, I agree. But what's this? Why? That's a wild number to me.
Telling you, I think there's I don't know. The Knights pulled one completely out of their ass last game.
Yep.
That was a
down
scored those 2 goals late. I mean, he got the game winner
17 seconds.
Tire late.
17 seconds.
Marshall. Yeah, and they pulled the goal.
Eichel scores the game scores the game winner in OT.
Yeah. I think guys that do the numbers and watch this stuff have a very high opinion of Vegas. Like they're back all close. I don't know. I think Calgary, like I said, I've been watching them. They got smoked the other night by Colorado.
Yeah, because they traded everybody. Markstrom's hurt. It's fair.
Right.
But I don't know. I think Wolf's the goalie for Calgary, right? So 31-15 at the break.
Over in the Calgary Knights game.
116.5 is now the adjusted total for that game. My gosh, that's an incredible number. 116.5. Okay, time for Better to Book. All right, we've gone through a couple of these, but we're on TCU in Houston under 137.5. Like I mentioned, A&M laying 5 to Ole Miss.
I think that's a bet.
I like A&M. I like their coach. See what the outfit's going to be today. It'll be fun to see what Buzz is wearing. I think Buzz Williams come tournament time. This is when coaching really does matter to me. And they just killed Ole Miss, and the numbers are only 5. It's bet down. Money's coming on Ole Miss. It's 4.5. So you guys can get a better number. On the flip side, Creighton's up to 8, and most places, I think FanDuel still is at 7.5. Creighton minus 7.5. Better to book it.
I hate these numbers. I'm not comfortable with these 7.5, 8s, 8.5s, 9s.
Big number. I agree.
9.5, 10. I'd rather take the dog. It says right in that no man's land. We'll lay it. We'll say bet it.
Oh, look
That's
at that.
Top for me.
Our boy Emerson is now being pimped for the sweat on the DraftKings app. Someone just sent me a screenshot. Look at that. Good job out of Emerson. That's cool. When you open up the DraftKings app, you see a picture of Emerson. That's cool.
Really?
Yeah. And then finally, under
he is a sexy dude. I mean, that's great.
Under $220 in the Sixers.
I have to see if we got multiple guests tomorrow. We can't have them on tomorrow. We'll have to have them on next week.
It's a Hannafin revenge game. No, yeah, it's true. Hannafin got traded to the Golden Knights. Hannafin revenge game. Yeah, that's true.
Hannafin revenge game.
From Calgary to Vegas.
Oh, all right.
Oh my God, it's 25-16 at half. Arizona USC. Holy crap.
That's low.
Damn.
Oh, that game's now?
Yes.
Want to see Arizona in person. I'll try
Tomorrow.
to get down
They'll win that game. Play tomorrow. Watch tomorrow.
I just want to see them up close.
Yeah, that was Akbar. Akbar, you sent that to me. I appreciate that. Thank you for sending me that.
Akbar, my guy.
Of Emerson. Under 220. Better to book it. Buck Sixers.
Bet it. It's a crap game.
We
I'm
do
gonna
not
ask
have.
Newbie about that on the cash consideration show.
There you go.
He stopped playing the song. He's so distraught.
We suck, so you gotta understand it. It's there. Okay, so before we do favorite thing about today, they do Sixers suck. Do you want to talk about what happened to your Pittsburgh Penguins having the Yager bobbleheads be stolen?
I was gonna be. That's my favorite thing about today.
Oh, okay, all right, we'll do that there because I have something far more sinister.
No, so with the kids being on spring break and no getting ready for school and complete chaos between 7 a.m. and 8:30, I'm able to kind of scroll Twitter, answer DMs, all this other stuff. So I get the text this morning, one, that Moses the barber had a very successful heart surgery.
Oh,
So that everything went good. I heard from his wife. She was sitting in the waiting room and I texted her and she's like, "Oh my God, thanks for texting." I'm like, "How's Mark?" He's been in there a couple hours. It was 4.5 hour surgery. Doctors came out and told her everything went very well. So that was on my mind. And I didn't get a chance to talk to him this morning before he started. So I was like, he'll be fine. And he was.
Good.
Second text I get from the girls. They said goodbye to Kylie. Kylie's back on the bus with her team to go to Orlando to fly back to Jersey. Sends a picture of her sitting at the beach eating breakfast.
Ooh.
I was like, wow, that looks great. And I assumed they were all together. No, they aren't. Jessica and the other two are driving back to Tampa, 2.5 hour drive across the state. And I was like, okay, good. Everybody's situated. The dog started crying because of the wind was rattling that something that grandma hung on the front door, some decoration, and it was making noise. Dog don't ever bark. She was barking. I thought somebody was breaking in. No, she was like, what's going on out there? All of this happened, and I got it all situated. And then I sat down and I opened my phone, and I'm like, what the hell's going on in Pittsburgh? The bobbleheads? It's Jaromir Jagr bobblehead night in Pittsburgh tonight against San Jose. Perfect. You got to have people come to the game because it's San Jose. San Jose stinks. Give away the bobbleheads. It's a perfect night to schedule it. Except the Penguins stink right now. 3-6-1 on their last 10. Can't win. Can't score. They can't even get the bobbleheads to the arena. Somewhere they got lifted along the way. I quote tweeted Yoey, Josh, who I've become buddies with on Twitter. Rossi is the athletic reporter, wrote a story that I have yet to read about the whereabouts of the bobbleheads of Jaromir Jagr that did not make it to the arena tonight. The investigation has begun. Where the fuck are the bobbleheads? I was like, I love Twitter. I love being able to communicate. We got people responding and us tweeting back and forth. It's great. But I was like, I'm 53 and somebody stole the bobblehead tonight. And there's an investigation. That's my favorite thing.
They have to give vouchers tonight to everybody showing up.
Oh, they're giving the vouchers because they bought the ticket. Oh, so you get a voucher to get it
go
later.
back when they get them remade to go back and get them.
Listen, Rainmaker Lou, let's grab a couple.
All right.
I'll see if I can get a guy. We'll grab
There you
some. They're going to be hotcakes.
So, all right. So you know what 314 is, right?
314 is today's date.
That's today's date. It's also Pi Day, right?
Pi Day.
Yes. It's also 1 month since what day?
1 month since the day you started the Hard 30?
No. What is 1 month from March 14th? Back.
214.
Which is what day?
Valentine's Day.
Correct. Do you know what
more
today?
questions like this?
Do you know what today is known as?
Hold on. I don't. Listen, I've been out. I told you I'm retired. I'm celebrating my 20-year anniversary. I don't know none of this shit.
This is steak and blowjob day. Today is steak and blowjob day, which our guy Antonio Brown decided to do a schedule.
What?
Here is Antonio Brown's schedule for today. Steak and blowjob, steak and blowjob, steak and blowjob. The entire day for Antonio Brown, which, by the way, he then created chicken and anal day, which I hadn't heard of before. He said he's now taking appointments for chicken and anal day.
Chicken and anal day? What the?
I never heard of this in my life.
He just made this shit up.
He just made this shit up. But this is the great, for one, to put this out on Twitter, steak and blowjob. That's amazing. But then say taking appointments now for chicken and anal day. I never heard of that.
We 100% are never getting off late.
It's bonus time. We can do whatever we want.
Thank God.
Chicken
This
and
is
anal.
amazing.
What is chicken?
Yes, if you're listening to the show, all right, put this part on mute with the kids. I had no idea. That's a great schedule. I'm not sure about the chicken and anal day, though.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who wants chicken anyway? I'm not scheduling chicken. You get scheduled chicken. You gotta at least have something decent.
Wings?
It's in my feed everywhere. Sorry. Linus, I'm sorry. The algorithm got you. That's what that means. You know I said it, and you now you know it. Now you see it everywhere.
3/14 is steak and blowjobs day.
Yep, it technically is. It's guys. This is our version of Valentine's Day.
Oh,
1 month later, Valentine's Day for them. 3/14 for us.
Gotcha.
Now, if your wife, girlfriend, whatever is not on this type of angle schedule. Be very careful suggesting this, because she may not be all that great. She may not be too excited about that idea.
Yeah, I don't even know how you sell this, and I feel like there's times I can sell.
How are you selling it? I mean, I think I can sell steak and blowjob. A lot of using chicken and anal like that. That's a much harder sell.
That's like, listen, there's things that are a hell of a parlay. Steak and blowjob is a hell of a parlay.
Oh, sure.
Chicken and anal, I can't see it. And I can see a lot of things with these glasses. I can't see that one. I just can't. I don't know.
I was like, look, Antonio Brown might be a psychopath, potentially a guy who tried to kill a kid by throwing things off the top of lobster. I could deal with that. I mean, that Vinny, I'm with you on there. That's not bad. That's better than the other one. Chicken, like who? I'm not scheduling anything for chicken. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The text has already been sent.
You got to go. So,
wait,
look at
Nate in his
wait,
picture.
hold on.
Leave
Nate up there. Let me take a quicker look. Let me zoom this up a little bit.
Yeah,
Nate's pick him. I think Nate is pick him for making the chicken and anal happening. He might have somebody that's going. He got a chicken in his avatar.
In his pasta. Yes, I saw that. That's what I mean.
I think he should pick him to make it happen.
So there you go. So that is today. That is my favorite thing about today. Antonio Brown's Twitter account. You are my favorite thing about today because you created a day that I had never known of before. I knew what today was. I knew today was BJ and Steak Day. Yes, I love BJ's. The Creighton Blue Jays play today. I heart BJ's. That t-shirt is phenomenal. You're going to see kids in the crowd. You'll see college-age kids, girls and boys, both wearing I Heart BJ's t-shirt today in New York. It's tremendous. It's my favorite t-shirt in college basketball. But I did not know about the other one. He created a day that I had never heard of before. And I don't even know when it is. Is it a month from now? 2 months from now? Like, when is it?
I love this fucking show. I learned something new all the time. I don't even. Dave, explain this show. What's the favorite thing about today on the 3/14?
Oh, thank you, Kevin. We appreciate that. And magically, every woman has a headache.
Oh, big business. What are we doing? What are we doing? She obviously ain't watching it.
Oh, that's great. Lemon, pepper, and lube. What are we doing?
What the hell is going on with you guys right now?
Oh, this is too funny.
Creating wing
Too
flavors.
good.
We could go to the OverUnder Bar and suggest all these things for the menu.
All right. On that note, thank you guys for being here. Roll
One
Call Friday
week.
tomorrow. 1 week
One
away
week. We
from
will
our
be
show.
live.
Roll Call Friday on that Friday is going to be wild. 1 week to go. If you guys want a hat, okay, there's like 5 text messages already here, okay?
Are there
Text.
really?
Yeah. 702-570-8255. If you guys want a hat, text that number right now. Dave will answer it. He'll take care of you, get you all set up. Having one of these hats or the black hat that we have ready to go, made and ready to be sent out for the live show coming up here Thursday and Friday. If you're coming to town, you can pick it up in person. So that's how you guys can do that. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Roll Call Friday tomorrow.
Big day.
We'll be back tomorrow. Big day. Should be a ton of fun. He's Dave. I am Matt. We're back tomorrow. Enjoy it. Happy 3/14, everybody. Hopefully you have a good day today. Don't want the play-by-play, but we're wishing you the best. Back tomorrow for a Roll Call Friday.
Chick.